college kids are going to eat whatever, but
they have a big cat population in that neighborhood.
But I always give mine no onions. I can't do onions.
Andrew.
Hey,
Andrew Taylor, what's happening?
What about you guys?
What are you doing, man?
Got to get ready for practice.
How good did it feel to walk to basketball practice in shorts today?
I wore sweatpants, but short sleeve, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
No jacket
Really?
or sweatshirt. Yeah. No jacket or sweatshirt.
They're not like everyone didn't like you, Grant.
I know this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am basketball shorts out right now. Like, yeah. We're in summertime.
I made a wrong decision. I knew that when I stepped out, walked down the stairs to my apartment. I was like, but I didn't want to walk back up the stairs, so I kept the sweatpants.
Good call. Hey, Andrew. When back in your high school days in Kentucky, did you ever have have any contact with Sean McNeil? It's a WVU now.
Not in high school basketball, but we played on the same AU team for a couple of years. So
really?
I know him really well. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about him. If do you keep up? If W's on, do you try to watch him or anything like that?
Yeah, that's the player I look for every time they're on for sure. He's a really good kid. I always thought he was underrated. I mean, I remember his senior year of high school. I was kind of wondering why he didn't have any offers and stuff. And then he ended up going to JUCO, and then that's where he eventually went to WVU after that. I mean, I always knew he was good enough to do that. It's just, he was just one of those under the radar dudes that just, didn't really get their chance until later.
How many years difference is there in your all's ages?
I'm pretty sure he's a class ahead of me. So he should just be around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just went, and he went to junior college for a year and that kind of jazz. Yeah. So he's always, so you two have, well, not similar games, but you both are very good perimeter shooters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a solid player for sure. He can shoot. He can really shoot, and he doesn't have a conscience about it.
What was the name of your AAU team?
It was Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams?
Yeah, it's based out of Lexington.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's fun. You're at Marshall. He's at WVU. You're both from Kentucky, playing in West Virginia. What's not to like?
Yeah, exactly.
So what can you tell us about North Texas? What's your scout on
them? They play extremely hard. They're going to come in here and be active on defense. They're going to be diving for 50-50 balls. They're going to be rebounding almost probably as hard as ODU did the first game against us. So we're going to have to match that energy. I mean, straight up. That's probably one of the main things is just matching their energy, if not, having more energy than they do.
Do they remind you? Go ahead, Greg.
I was just going to piggyback off yours, Paul. I've heard a lot of comparisons to ODU, especially in terms of rebounding and things like that. But and this isn't a knock on ODU. It just seems like offensively, North Texas is a little bit more gifted and able to finish in those situations. Is that one of the things that you all are seeing on film is, Hamlet and I think it's Harrison down low?
Yeah, that's definitely – I think that's the difference maker between them and ODU. I mean, ODU also had their two top guards out against us. So, I mean, other than the post presence that they brought against us, that was really our main focus against ODU. But North Texas, we got to match their energy, box out their bigs. They're coming to the glass every time. Then we got to turn around and guard Hamlet, come up the floor, ISO off a ball screen, whatever it is. It's gonna be a really, really wide variety of things that they can do that we're gonna have to defend.
Andrew, you've mentioned being able to match their energy twice now. You guys were playing so well before having to take that sort of unexpected extended break last week. How have you guys gone about being able to keep that energy up and kind of keep that momentum going through this sort of extra break?
I feel like that comes to staying focused in practice, really, and pushing each other. Because, I mean, for whenever our games get canceled for a week and a half at a time, all you got is your teammate next to you to go against for that week. So, I mean, you can either say, all right, we got this time off, so we're going to relax, or you can say, all right, we got this time off, let's get better. And I feel like that's what we've done.
Andy, how about the start to the end of the season for you guys? It kind of starts at home and will end at home. Is it?
Restart that questioning. I can't hear you. You broke up.
Sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
To know the start of the season, a bunch of home games, is it a sigh of relief knowing that travel won't be a concern for you guys to close out the year?
Yeah, that's definitely a positive. I mean, I hate that our ice games got canceled, but I mean, we got home games left. So I think we should take full advantage of that and, be grateful for that. Because we have been on the road a lot. It is a little tiring, honestly, especially like mentally. Just you don't really think about it, and you're going on all these away trips, but at the end of them, you're just exhausted sometimes.
On the flip side of that, how do you keep from getting relaxed because you are at home and maintain that intensity? Because, like you said, you all went through the gauntlet early, and now it's like, oh man, we're going to end this thing with 6 straight at home, and it would be easy to kind of put it in cruise control considering what and all you all went through, but you really can't do that, especially with North Texas and Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, we're battling for the number 2 spot, so I think that should be enough right there. If that's not enough for, I don't know what to tell you, but that'd be big to get a bye in the tournament. I mean, it's a lot different than playing 4 games. So, I mean, that's enough motivation for us. I feel like because last year, we didn't get the 2 seed, so, and we ended up having to play that extra game. I think that would take a toll on somebody in those 4 or 5 day stretch.
For you personally, started out the season and the scoring wasn't where you wanted it to be, and Coach D'Antoni talked about that too. Where did things start to flip for you and things really start to click within the flow offensively for you this season?
I feel like I just started to be more aggressive and started to let go and just started making mistakes for real. I mean, just allowing myself to make mistakes. I feel like I was just trying to make everything so perfect and trying to be too passive in the beginning of the season to let it come to me. But I mean, the more passive I was and was trying to be patient and let it come to me, it just kind of just kept staying the same. So I just started being aggressive and just trying to do what I do. And if I make a mistake, I'm going to make a mistake. I just feel like that freedom has just elevated my game tremendously.
Is that what's critical to D'Antoni's system, is the fact that you have the freedom to make mistakes? You don't make one mistake and then look over your shoulder at getting taken out of the game. Like, he lets you all play.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have to be able to let go of the mistakes, especially, I'll give you an example, just like throwing lobs, like sometimes I'll throw a full court lob to Obina. If he catches it, it's a really good play. Like we're running. I mean, if I miss it, it might look really stupid, but I got out of it. On to the next one.
The pick and roll stuff with you all, how much this time of the year does that just become muscle memory and chemistry instead of, like, it almost seems like there's times you all aren't even thinking about it out there. It's just making a play.
Yeah, I feel like later in the season is when a lot of teams start to realize, I mean, we've only got a couple of weeks. What more can I change? So I got to do it. You got to throw what you know. So, I mean, there's really not much you can do in this amount of time to change your game. So, I mean, it has to be muscle memory if you want to win and, perform at your best.
Good, guys?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Andrew.
Easy.